Matt here. This is my review of Side Effects. This movie is directed by Steven Soderbergh, who previously directed the Ocean's 11 trilogy. And this movie stars Rooney Mara, Jude Law with Catherine Zeta-Jones, and Channing Tatum. I heard about this movie and then saw the cast involved with it. I was like, okay, they're all different actors. They all come from different types of movies, so their chemistry should be interesting, and they will probably work well together. And then I saw who's directing it. Steven Soderbergh, who's my least favorite director. And I say that because he can be a good director. Traffic, good movie. But a lot of times his movies, to me, are just overhyped. Where because he's the guy that directed Traffic in the Ocean's 11 trilogy and Limey, he's gotten all this acclaim. And for me, he's just not that good. He can be, but Haywire, Magic Mike, Contagion, I didn't care for them. They were all uniquely presented, and they were all different. But they just weren't that exciting. I didn't leave the theater going, wow, Steven Soderbergh, he's my new favorite director. To me, he's not that great. But I saw Side Effects regardless, and I liked this movie. I'm surprised I liked it so much. Of this movie is Channing Tatum plays, I believe his name was Mike, Rooney Mara's husband, who just got out of prison. And basically, they're trying to restart their life together. But Rooney Mara seems to be having problems and just seems to be depressed. So she tries all these different things to get better, and nothing seems to work. And then she meets her psychiatrist, played by Jude Law, and he prescribes her a certain type of medication, a new medication. Well, a crime is committed, and the tone of the movie goes from slow to serious thriller. And one thing I liked about this movie was they posed the question that if somebody commits a crime and they're medicated and they're prescribed a certain type of medication that's new, who's to blame? Is it the victim, the person accused of the crime, or is it the pharmaceutical company? So I liked that little question they had in the movie. And this movie started out slow, primarily focused on Rooney Mara's character, but then after the crime is committed, the shift kind of turns to Jude Law's character. And so this movie became, like a slow, bland movie that was really uninteresting to a good thriller, because you had Jude Law, who played a psychiatrist, whose back was seemingly against the wall. He was trying to keep his job. He was trying to keep his marriage together. He was trying to keep his life together, all based around this certain crime. And there's a really good thriller. It's got a big twist in the movie, and then it's got another twist concerning one of the characters' relationships with another character. So it was really cool, and it really took me by surprise. You can see his name in the credits. You can tell it's a Steven Soderbergh movie because he does the two things that he likes to do really well. Not only does he cast, his actors like Jude Law, Catherine Zeta-Jones, and Channing Tatum, who he's worked with before, but he also likes to have his yellow scenes. What I mean by that is you'll have a scene where they're in a room or people are talking or whatnot, and there's going to be a yellow tone, a yellow tint in the scene. He does that more often than not. Good example, Contagion. Look at the movie poster. A lot of that movie has like a yellow tint to it. Same thing with this movie. If they're not showing a scene of something outside, if they're indoors and they're under a yellow fluorescent light, the room is yellow. So Steven Soderbergh likes his yellow. Also, you have the shots where you have people, whether they're sitting at a table or a desk or whatnot, all the shots are of like high up views of them. Like they'll be sitting down, but all the shots are either from the waist up, or people are standing and all the shots are looking up at them. Most of the shots, if not all of them, are waist up shots. So there you go. As you're wondering, yes, Channing Tatum is in this movie, but I know why they cast him in the movie first. I know why he's on all the posters. I know why he's, it's starring Channing Tatum, because he's Channing Tatum, and he's been on a roll these last year. So he's in the movie, but saying Channing Tatum is the star of the movie is like saying Steven Seagal was the star of Executive Decision, where he's in the movie, but he's not in the whole thing. So I wouldn't rush out to see it for his part. Something that did really surprise me in this movie was Catherine Zeta-Jones. Yeah, let me get to the acting now. Catherine Zeta-Jones, going to this movie, I was ready to write it off. It started out, first half hour was really slow, really boring, and I was ready to go, okay, Steven Soderbergh, I know why I don't like you now. And then the movie got good. And Catherine Zeta-Jones' character is a good example of how you have a character in the movie at the beginning, and then you don't think you're going to see them again, and then boom, she's got a big role throughout the movie. So I like that, because the last movie I saw her in, Broken City, wasn't impressed. So Catherine Zeta-Jones, still a good actress. And even though she's getting up there in age, she still looks good. So she did a really good job. Rooney Mara, great job. Great job. She did a better job in this than she did in Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. She did, because I think that movie was more based on her character's look, whereas this character, she nailed it with her acting in this movie. Great job. Jude Law, also, really good job. I've always liked Jude Law, but he really impressed me in this movie, more than he did in Contagion and Repo Man and the last couple things he's been in. But good job, Jude Law. So overall, this movie is good. It starts out a little slow, but it quickly turns into a fast-paced thriller that you can really not guess the outcome of. So good job, Steven Soderbergh. A rating of a 1 to a 5, I'm going to give Side Effects a 4. Now, I've heard rumors that this might be Steven Soderbergh's last movie, and if that's the case, nice movie to go out on, because he did a really good job. So definitely check out this movie. Till next time, guys, see ya.